Good afternoon, baseball fans. We want to welcome you out to Liberty High School for tonight's GAC Game of the Week. The Holt Indians taking on the Liberty Eagles, and I believe we're going to have a good one for you. I don't have my cohort yet, Mitch Thomas, on his way here, but I want to get into the pregame. We had a chance to talk to both coaches prior to the game. And both teams kind of in that middle of the pack here in the GAC Central, trying to find the groove. They've got good opportunities. They've got good players. Just haven't been able to quite get everything put together. So we're going to see tonight as they match up in this GAC Central division battle. So, Lauren, let's cue up. Who do you have first there? So we're going to cue up Coach Mark Reeder from the Liberty Eagles. Let's see what he had to say. Guys, we're here with Mark Reeder, coach of the Liberty Eagles. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming out today.
Absolutely.
Glad to have you.
Absolutely. You're hovering around that 500, but you've got some guys swinging the bat well. You got some guys playing good baseball. What does it take to get you back into that movement towards the win column?
Yeah, I think kind of putting together a complete game. You know, there's been some games we swung it well and maybe haven't pitched it great. There's been some games where we've pitched it okay, we swung it okay, but we've kicked it around defensively.
Yeah.
Just kind of putting all those phases together. And our kids are working, they're working hard, we're close. You know, we've been in some tight ball games with some good teams. Just if we can find a way to put those complete games together, and, you know, we've given up had some big innings where we've given, one inning where we give up 3, 4, 5 that have kind of hurt us at times. Try to eliminate the big inning, and I think we're back in some ball games for sure.
Absolutely. You've Aiden Cole going on the mound. What have you seen from him this year?
He's been a great senior leader for us. He's gotten the ball kind of in all of our big conference games, and it's just been a senior for us. He competes, he gives us a chance. He's kind of, a little bit of the heartbeat of the team. Kind of as he goes, we go. And we're looking forward to him to have another good outing for us today.
You've had some guys swinging the bat well. Talk about what they're going to need to do today against a tough Hosack.
For sure, another good arm. Just the GAC in general, but the GAC Central. On Tuesdays you're gonna have a battle. We've had some guys that have had some good years for us. Guys, I think some a little bit unexpected. For us, if we can get our bottom of the lineup, a little more consistently of putting the ball in play and kind of putting some pressure on the other team, we'll see what happens today. We know it's going to be a chore, but try to minimize strikeouts and put ball in play and let their defense have to work a little bit.
I love that. It's always about depth, isn't it?
For sure. For sure.
Any sport. Coach Mark Reeder, folks. Coach, thanks.
Appreciate it very much. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
We appreciate Coach Mark Reeder taking the time to speak with us. And on the other side, the Holt Indians, we saw them at the GAC Baseball Classic, dropped a close one to the Zumwalt East Lions. So we're going to we got a chance to talk with Coach Perkle. So let's swing over to Coach Perkle and see what he had to say this evening about his team. We're here with Holt Indians coach Trey Perkle. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
Appreciate your time.
Appreciate it.
Tough season so far. You guys had some ups and downs. You got guys swinging the bat well. You got guys on the bump doing jobs.
Oh, yeah.
Where's those issues been that you're looking to correct?
Yeah, I think we're kind of running into an identity thing. We're trying to be last year's team, and we are not last year's team. We got a new set of guys, new set of starters, and we're just trying to find out who we are. And like I've told the guys all year, it's not about who we're playing, it's about us. And hey, if we execute and we do our job, we can play with anybody. And some of those games, those tough losses that we're running into, it's execution issues where we're not making plays behind our guys, and just a lapse of focus, if you will. So, and it happens. But
we saw Edgar out give you a good outing last Tuesday at the GAC Baseball Classic. You got Hosack going today.
Yes.
What are you expecting from him?
I expect a solid outing. He's given us quality starts in the last 3. So I expect him to be same performance and a repeat performance, if you will, of last week. And we do our job at the plate. I think we're able to take care of business today and get it done. There you
go. And that's the thing. You got Aiden Cole on the other side. What's the approach for your guys today?
Well, baseball is all about making adjustments, in-game adjustments, and we're taking more of a focus on line drives, finding a barrel instead of trying to elevate and celebrate, and get some guys moving on the base paths, and just create a little bit of havoc and chaos for them, so that we're able to execute our job a little bit easier. So that's the game plan.
It always makes a big difference when you're putting pressure on the defense, right?
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
It helps. Definitely helps.
So this young man behind the plate here for you, what's he been? He's swinging the bat well.
Oh, yeah.
Leadership behind the plate.
Oh yeah, he's been solid coming into his second year on varsity. Started as a sophomore, and he's really just coming to his own. Been a leader. As a catcher, you have to be a leader on the field, and he's taken that even a step further and has been a leader in the dugout. And offensively, he's one of our top bats, and so that's a tough guy to replace and stuff. But we are able to get it done, and he's been excellent back there.
And that, of course, we're talking about Chase Lassiter.
Absolutely.
So, Coach, good luck to you. Thanks
Thank you
for
very much.
joining us.
Appreciate
Trey
you.
Perkle, folks, Holt Indians.
Thank you, guys.
We appreciate Coach Perkle taking the time to speak with us. We're going to go to the lineups real quick. We're going to get, I'm sure we're going to get the national anthem here real quick. So then we'll wait for that. But we've got the Liberty Eagles starting off here. They're going to take the field. We got leading off for the Holt Indians is Connor Siebert playing third base. Batting second, Kyle Edgar playing shortstop. Hitting third, Chase Lassiter playing at the catcher position. Number 13, Ben Kolb playing first base. In the fifth hole, Trevor Lovell as the DH. And number 6 hole, Poindexter playing right field. Ben Brickey in left field, hitting 7th, and hitting 8th, Jack Bowers at second base, and number 9 hitter playing center field, Griffin. And some of these first names I don't have. I'm sorry, folks. We'll get them to you. So we're getting the umpires' names as they're doing the lineups here. And so Carrie Eldridge, the AD here, is helping me out. Appreciate it, Carrie.
You got it.
So our umpires say behind the plate is John Huffman, and in the field will be Rick Kirchhoff. So John Huffman behind the plate, Rick Kirchhoff. Appreciate these Blues. And we're going to do the starting lineup for Liberty. Leading off, Austin Capizzi playing second base. Bryce Haynes hitting second, playing right field. Third hole, Peyton Braille, catcher. And number 4, our pitcher, Aiden Cole. In the fifth hole, Cone Waldron playing center field. In the 6th hole, Connor Gilliam at first base. Our DH today in the 7th hole, Jake Greer. In the 8th hole, playing third base, Drew Smith. And in the 9th hole, Dominic Nordman at shortstop. And the pitcher for the Liberty Eagles is Cole Aiden today. And Cole Aiden, I want to get that real quick, though, folks. Hang on. Because we got, yeah, I said it, Aiden Cole. Oh, I said Cole Aiden, sorry. Aiden Cole. I'm getting corrected there. So, but our playing left field is who Jake Greer is hitting for, and that's Mason Young, who will be in left field. Mason Young. Folks, we're going to stand for the national anthem, and we'll be right back. Commercial.
One second here.
There it is. go. Love that. That was awesome. We had fans behind us singing the national anthem. It was great. We're about ready to kick this off here, folks. We got a good ball game for you today, and we're looking forward to it. Let's get a look at, hey, there he is. Mitch dropping in. We'll get up here. We got Aiden Cole starting on the mound. Aiden Cole is 1-2 on this season with a 2.13 ERA. He's given up no home runs, 28 Ks, 12 walks. The best thing about that, from what I've seen, Mitch, is he's got a 188 batting average against. That's pretty good.
That's really good.
Hey, there you go. There he is. Do we need is that okay? You got that one? Is it worked out all right?
I can move.
All right. Got some headphones right there for you, Brew.
I got to keep my big head on.
Oh, okay. Well, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fantastic.
All right. Then you don't need them.
You are right next to me.
I am loud. I am your basic loud. So, looking forward to this here. Lefty Aiden Cole again on the mound. 188 batting average against. I love that part of it. And a 2.13 ERA. He's 1-2. So the numbers don't necessarily reflect his record, do they?
Not at all. And he just broke off a nice little curveball. I can see why maybe hitters are hitting 188 against him.
Right?
That was a really nice curveball he just threw.
So, and leading off for Holt is Connor Siebert. And Siebert, we'll jump over here real quick, is hitting .311, Mitch. 18 runs, 19 hits. He's got 5 doubles and 5 runs batted in. He's getting on base.
Being a crosstown rival of this group, coaching at Timberland for 3 seasons, I've got the chance to see this young man play quite a bit, and I'll be happy when he leaves. I don't want to rush him out. I'm not doing that.
So first pitch, ball 1 to Siebert. And we're off and running, folks. Beautiful night out here at the high school, and that ball's low. 2-0. We got some other great matchups today in the GAC. We got Fort Zumwalt South down at that ball's in the dirt down at Washington. I'm going to keep an eye on that one.
That's a doozy. I'm looking for them on Game Changer to see if it's on there.
Absolutely. And we're going to try and keep some scores going here. And that's ball strike 1. I shouldn't open my mouth.
Shouldn't.
3-1.
That's the obligatory, right?
That's the obligatory.
Such a big word.
And that's a shot down that. He came back with that fastball. It was a little up. But that's one of those loud strikes, Mitch.
Loud.
3-2 to the leadoff Siebert.
I like the hoodie thing, whatever
Right?
he's got going on.
Yeah, it's kind of
weird.
interesting, isn't it? Different.
Oh.
Little change. That had a terrible wrinkle, as you would call it.
That had some downward tilt.
That had a lot of nasty
Yeah.
on it. In the field, again, for number 24 behind the plate, that would be, Peyton Braille.
It's a big kid. You don't see too many catchers that big. He probably 6'3", 6'4".
He is a big kid.
200, 210. That's a good curveball.
Oh, my goodness.
Man, that changeup, I'm thinking
that
back about that changeup. I think that might be better than his.
This is Kyle
curveball.
Edgar, folks, up at this point. Kyle Edgar takes one in the dirt. We're 1-1.
Maybe he ain't 6'3", catcher. I'm kind of down. We're down, sitting down, looking upward a little bit. So he looked a little bigger than I maybe thought.
Edgar's hitting .314. He's got a OBP of .462. He's getting on base, scoring runs, 15 of them. That ball's up in the zone. 2-1.
16 hits on a season, 15 runs scored. It's one extra base hit. So if I'm Liberty, I'm keeping the baseball in front of me. He's not going to hit it over my head.
Fouled out of play down the right field line.
At least he hasn't shown that. based on stats.
It didn't strike the ball girl.
No.
2-2. Hey, we're getting a pretty good crowd out here at the ballpark this evening. That ball stayed out.
It's kind of like Miami Heat games. You know, they show up in about 8
That's
minutes
even
left.
worse in L.A., bro.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they talk about how Miami Heat fans show up so late. It's a good heater.
And that's out of play. In L.A., it's because you're late because of the traffic, and then you leave in the 7th inning because of traffic. It's ridiculous. 3-2.
I can only speak on behalf of Miami. I've never been to L.A. Probably never go to California.
It's a mess over there. Cole's gone 3-2 to both hitters here, and couldn't get Edgar to chase. Base on balls to Edgar. So we got one out and a dangerous bat. Chase Lassiter. This young man can swing it.
He can.
He's hitting 400 on the year, Mitch.
This is one kid coaching freshman baseball against him again at Timberland. I got the chance to see him as a freshman. He had some guys in front of him that were some pretty good catchers at Holt.
Got him popped up on that curveball. And the shortstop, Dominic Nordman.
He's a good young man though.
Oh, absolutely. So we got a pop out to the shortstop for out number 2, and Edgar's still at first base. We got 2 outs. Cole, that curveball is good.
I thought he left that one up a little bit. That was a hittable pitch, I think.
He just got under it a little bit.
Yeah. Trying to do too much, maybe.
Ben Kolb takes strike 1. He's had a few extra pitches probably in this inning. Like I said, first 2 batters going full, and a ball foul down the third base line.
A little up front.
Loud strike, 0-2 to Kolb.
This is Holt's best hitter, hitting 432. The on-base percentage is what's striking to me. Is at 543. OBP. It's pretty solid numbers. Slugging is 541. Pretty darn good numbers. Got some extra base hits.
He's putting the ball in play, isn't he?
Yeah, it looks like with some aggression. Could be that Atlas.
1-2. Atlas.
Yeah, that's the Louisville.
The bat?
Yeah. Trying to figure out what the kid on deck has. He's got something that's bright pink.
Oh, yes, he does.
That might be a custom bat.
That's a DeMarini.
Well, that's good eyes, Brian.
Edgar's going on the pitch, and the throw is late and into the center field, and Edgar steals the base.
I'd like to see him go ahead and slide there, even though he had that bag stolen. Just for safety. Yeah, for him, for him, really.
Safety on both sides, right?
Yeah, I mean, really more so for him. Trying to check up like that, I've seen a bunch of knees and ankles get lost.
Absolutely. 2-2 now to Kolb. Runner in scoring position on the steal. I like that. Going in motion, a little aggression.
First move.
All right. You haven't had a lot of success yet against Cole. Fastball fouled back. That fastball becomes pretty sneaky quick off that change in that curveball.
Yeah, that's I think if he doesn't double up on that heater right here again on that spot, I have to throw that change up here. If it's anything like the one he threw to the leadoff hitter, they're going to get out of that inning with the runner stranded at second base. Heater in.
Oh, strike 3. Blue punches him. We couldn't hear. That's all right, but it was a good pitch, wasn't it, Mitch?
Yeah. He was looking off speed.
Yes, I think so too. So Colt goes down on strikes. Aiden gets around the walk, and we're going to the bottom of the first inning with the score 0-0. All right, folks, Game 7 Baseball. Game 7 Baseball
.com
is premier Midwest tournament provider. Check out Missouri, Kentucky, Tennessee, Illinois, and Dave and Dave do a great job. Single A, double A, triple A major divisions. Find a event that fits your competition level. They have great weekends. We got some stuff coming up. We're going to be out at the Cinco de Mayo at Ozzy's in May. Looking forward to that one. And make sure you go online at Game 7 Baseball.
Game7baseball.com.
And get your team registered today.
Do it.
Do it. All right, we got Dalton Hosack on the mound now for the Holt Indians. Hosack on the same side of this, Mitch. He's 1-3 with a 2.8 ERA. He also only has an opponent's batting average against a 194. So you got a couple of guys that have pitched very well, but are on the losing end of some games.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate because, again, being a crosstown rival, I can only say how much we've competed against Hosack. He's got good slider. He's going to compete very well with that pitch, and he just might be unlucky.
Right.
With that record, which is one of those stats that are misleading.
Oh, did you see that thing run away from the bat?
Oh, yeah. Wait till you see the slider come. It's usually got a good one.
Strike one. Ball stays down. Strike two off the end of the bat.
But you're seeing it. I mean, look, if you take a look at his, earned run average, and his earned runs given up versus the runs allowed, 13.
And strike three. That was a 1-2-3 quick strikeout for Hosack.
That's a good morning, good afternoon, good night.
Wow, and that I haven't seen him too much, but that ball coming out, that's got great run away from a right-hander.
Yeah, you flip that changeup off that pitch too, and you have that, again, if we could have those overlays and see the differences, that was a good pitch.
Yeah, absolutely. Same pitch, straight back.
I'd have caught it.
We didn't flinch either, did we, Mitch?
I didn't. I wasn't looking either.
Oh, 0-1. Fastball in is low. I got to wait, though. I want to make sure I have this correct because Blue, I can't hear him, and I want to make sure and that's a fastball in that pops up to the right field, and he makes the catch. Right fielder out there, Mr. Poindexter, for out number two.
And those are some of the reasons that those baseballs might get down that don't look like errors in the book or something like that because, I know that Holt's struggling on defense this year, which is not normal. But this young man in Hosack, he's got 37 strikeouts in 27 innings or 25 innings pitched coming into today. So he can deal.
All right, so that's two quick outs, Mitch. Trying to make this a short inning. And we got Peyton Braille, who is swinging the bat very well for this Liberty offense. Peyton is hitting .412 and a ground ball sharply hit to the shortstop. Comes up, Edgar makes a nice throw over for the third out. That was a very good inning by Dalton Hosack.
I'll say that was efficient. What'd you have, 7 pitches in that inning?
Yeah. And so 1, 2, 3 to start the inning for Hosack, and we got a 0-0 ball game, top of second. Folks, we want to talk to you. We got a good one coming out tomorrow. Mitch and I finished up our youth baseball talk show. We got Game 7 wrap-up coming out tomorrow, 3 o'clock. Make sure, if you're here, you're watching, hit that subscribe button and hit that dinger next to it, because that's what we do around here.
Wind's always blowing out.
That's right. And Mitch and I, we had a good conversation talking some fundamental baseball, talking about how we can get better with our youth, working towards high school, getting them prepared for high school, Mitch.
Yeah, you just saw it, though, with the communication in no man's land. You know, that little Bermuda Triangle drill, center fielder running in, right fielder running in, second baseman going out. It looked like it was getting ready to fall because the center fielder checked up, but you heard that right fielder taking charge. That was important.
Absolutely, absolutely. And those are the things we talked about. So check out the show, YBM Cast, Youth Baseball Talk, right now every Wednesday at 3 o'clock p.m. Central Standard, and our Prep Baseball Talk follows on Thursday at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right, so Mr. Cole out for his second inning here. And we've got, let me flip my book here, Trevor Lovell, who was our player of the game out against East the other night. And he hit one off the wall into the wind there at Carshield Field. It was a shot.
I didn't get a chance to watch that one. I was in tune for most of them. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to watch or stay for that game.
You went and watched your boys over at Timberland.
I did.
So here we go. Trevor Lovell is hitting. He's hitting 182 on the season. He's had some struggles. If he gets one, it goes a long way.
Yeah, you always could. You don't see his at bats, right? Especially if you're just looking at stats. He might be hitting the ball hard just right at people.
Exactly. And that's what happened to him. 2-0 now. I mean, he had a smash. They had the runners, and Eric Williams from East just made a fabulous play on that ground ball to turn the double play that ended the game with runners in scoring position. That was going to tie the ball game.
Yeah, and just, again, unlucky. I hit well my freshman, sophomore year at Rittner. For whatever reason, my junior year, I hit like 270. I couldn't catch a break, couldn't get a baseball down. And then I set our record the next year of batting average. So that's the tale of two seasons.
2-2 on a big swing by Lovell with that pitch up in the zone. That one was blinking at his face. You know it was.
Yeah, heater.
Curveball, swing and a miss. That just dove right at his back foot, Mitch.
That's a blessed pitch, buddy.
That is so. You're not going to hit that.
No, you ain't going to hit that unless you stay sitting on that. And that ball it felt like it was released at the same angle.
Even if you get your bat on that, can you keep that fair? And a swing on that pitch, strike one. I don't even think it'd be hard to keep it fair, Mitch.
You might get lucky. maybe you guessed late.
Fastball. Calls it low. Ball one. So 1-1 to Gavin Poindexter, the right fielder. Made a nice catch on that short pop fly in the last inning.
Change up.
Stayed out. 2-1.
I'd kind of like to see another heater there, maybe that curveball versus 1-1 change.
And that fastball.
Trouble.
So far from what I've seen from Cole, this kid, this young man, he handles all of his pitches very well. We've got Kerry Eldridge. I invited him over, wanted to say howdy. We're going to get him in here, Mitch.
Come on in.
Seat right there. I think we can reach. We'll grab you that microphone right there. Kerry Eldridge, the Activities Athletic Director for Liberty, joining us. Kerry, thanks for coming by.
How's it going, guys? What a beautiful day for baseball, huh?
Right? We got a couple of dudes on the mound just dealing out here, too, Kerry.
I'll tell you what. I like our guy, but their guy's pretty good, too.
They're both very good. Two lefties really battling here. with multiple pitches and strike 3 right there. Looking that curveball. That curveball for this young man is just nasty.
Yeah, he will get deep into counts sometimes, and he will throw that pitch with no hesitation. He's a tough kid. He likes to battle.
You got to have a lot of confidence to be able to do that when you're 3-2, 2-2.
Yeah, he does. He does. He's been playing with us. He's a senior.
Yeah.
And those are the guys you want to rely on when you get in these tough games late in the season.
So
You're up. Where's he going?
I'm not sure. We'll have to look that up.
Do you know where he's going to college?
Or
if he's going?
I think he is. We'll look that up here in a few minutes. Kerry, you've got Coach Reeder over there. It's his second year. New coach, and talk to us a little about Coach Reeder and what he's done with this program.
I'll tell you what Coach Reeder does is he brings just a steadiness to these guys. They know exactly what they're going to get from him. He really breeds confidence into his guys and is positive with them all the time. He's never too up. He's never too down. And, he just leads our kids like a high school administrator is going to want you to lead the kids. You would want your kid to play for him.
There you go. And we got a shot. Right field. Nope. Nice play out there to end the inning. This is 3 outs. And that is Ben Bricky flying out to the right fielder for out number 3. And as we go to the bottom of the second inning, we have a 0-0 score. And we're speaking here with Carrie Eldridge, the activities director here at Liberty High School. Great park out here. The one thing I noticed, you guys are a long way from campus.
We are a long ways from campus. When they built this place, they separated the athletic complex from the school complex, and it gives it kind of a park feel, and we like it. It's unique, and our kids like playing here.
It is definitely different than even the other Wentzville schools, right?
It is. It's a similar setup to the new school, North Point. However, it's a lot closer. North Point's complex is a lot closer to the actual school building.
Gotcha.
We have a creek that you can't really see from here, but there's a creek that runs through and separates the two spaces. And
is that right over there?
Yeah, that tree line you see out there, that's a lot farther away than you might think it is. It's about a 5-minute walk, 6-minute walk from here.
So if somebody says, "Man, I hit it in the creek for a home run," that's one of them fish stories.
That was a fish story for sure. Now, if they tell you they hit one to left field and hit a house, we've seen that before.
There you go.
Oh, that's still a shot.
It's still a shot, yep.
That's got to get over them trees.
It's a pretty short porch down left field. It's about 301 on the foul pole. So it's probably 325 to get over that second fence back there. So.
Okay. All right.
It looks bigger. I'm not sure if that's because of the house or the trees, but it actually looks a little bigger than 301. Or even 325 to the
It plays bigger than that, too. This is the first game I can really remember where we haven't had wind here. There's not a whisper of wind going on right now, and we typically have a breeze either coming out of kind of out of the left field there, coming straight at our face from center field, and today we don't.
It isn't bad. It's a really great night for baseball. It's 3-0 to Cole here. And the pitcher trying to help himself out, get on base to lead off. Hosack deals, and he walks him.
He didn't even move. He stayed in there.
So
he didn't even flinch.
The program here, Kerry, you guys probably, you're still right in the mix there, looking towards districts. You've been watching this team. What do you think? You guys got a pretty good feel for, because you're Class 6,
our record,
right?
I believe our record's 10-11 right now. And I'll tell you, when we're on, we can play with anybody. We got to put together, it's cliche, if we pitch and hit, we're going to be fine, but we have that ability. I know it's cliche. We have that ability to play with anybody. We have leaders on the mound like Cole, and then we've got a young guy in Jung that has been pitching really well for us, and then if we swing the bat when those guys are on the mound, I like our chances.
And as we always talk about it, I think when we talk to Coach Perkle, and that ball's fouled out of play, we beforehand, and both coaches kind of reiterated that it's been that up and down season where we get one thing, we can't get the other, we get this one, but we can't get that one. And so it's really trying to find that balance and find that consistency.
It just takes 1 week in May to get on a roll.
That's a fact. You're right about that.
Getting out at the right time.
I'm always optimistic.
And why not? I mean, you've got talent, and that ball is hammered, but it's going to stay up and caught out there by Poindexter for the first out of the inning. It kind of died up there, didn't it, Mitch?
It did. We talked about a lot of wind because I'm used to a lot of wind. Timberland has a lot of wind on their field, and I think these are the only two fields that really get a lot of wind in the Winsfield. North Point doesn't. It's not too bad, and with Holt being down in the ground, you don't get a ton of wind out there. It just died. I thought it was hit a little better than that. And maybe just hit it off the end a little.
The thing of it is, like you said, it blows across. Timberland kind of blows in your face.
It's all over.
Yeah, a lot of times that ball would have carried the direction out to this is definitely a park for a lefty or somebody to hit a righty to hit it opposite field. Ball can go that way.
That is strike one to Hosack. Gary, thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate your time.
I appreciate you guys coming out, and I love what you guys are doing for the GAC and our kids and showcasing them.
We're having fun doing it, and appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Kerry Eldridge, folks, he's the athletic director, activities director here at Liberty High School. Good dude.
Thank you.
And a ground ball right to Edgar. Gets the one out, not in time to turn the double play. The second baseman was just a little late getting over there, Mitch.
Just a little. But, hey, you got to be for sure, right, get the lead.
Absolutely.
So it's tough to turn a double play in high school baseball. You got guys that can still run pretty well.
So 6-4 for the second out, and Gillum reaches on the fielder's choice. Greer, the DH. We got a runner at first base. Hosack, curveball, and yes, strike one. I love these two guys, these two lefties. They're in the zone, Mitch. The curveball works. Wow. Fastball. Runs away. 1-1. On deck is Drew Smith, the third baseman. Takes strike one on the inner half. Actually, strike two. Pardon me, folks. To Jake Greer. And the throw by, just on the wrong side of the bag, and he's out there, Mitch, if it's on the right side of the bag.
Sorry, I was looking up his number for you. I got their
that's
roster
cool.
here.
No, anyway, I caught that out, and I think Laster, it was on the third base side. If that's on that second base side, I think the throw beat him.
Yeah, so one thing with lefty pitchers on, if you just commit to going first movement, you got them.
And a swing and a miss, strike three, and the tag is made. So Hosack finishes with a K for the third out to get Greer, and we go into the top of the third inning on a quick one here, Mitch. These pitchers ain't messing around. We got a 0-0 tie.
No, you got Hosack coming off the bump with a ton of energy there. I got to ask what the cowboy hat thing is for. I wonder if that's like
we gotta find that out. Right?
Yeah, if you end in the K in an inning, in the inning with a K, maybe that's what it's for.
Mitch, I got this good-looking YBM hat on over here. And that's all because our good buddies over at Prime Sports Midwest. Rick Benz does a great job over there. You've been to the shop, right?
I have not been to the store. Nope. I just used this facility or used Prime Sports for our team store.
There you go. And talk about that team store. How's it been for you guys?
Well, we're actually doing another team store with them. It's geared towards more of the hitting zone side of things. It's kind of similar to what you're doing, is having a merch store for YBM. And the one thing I like about it, I think the most, is that the store never closes. So you don't have to wait 2 to 3 weeks and then all the orders are put in at once. If you got somebody that wants to get an order in and, they buy a couple $100 worth of spiritware, it gets processed and starting the process to get it delivered to you. So you don't have to wait 6-8 weeks. It's more in the lines of 3 to 5 weeks.
There you go. Love it. So, folks, check that out. Get online, primesportsmw.com. 1550 Ocello Drive in Fenton, Missouri, in the Champions Village. Go check out the store. Gloves, bats, helmets. Put that glove on, swing the bat. Great job. Prime Sports Midwest. All right, Mitch, we got Jack Bowers leading off in this third inning. Jackson Bowers. So, my bad.
I like Jack. It's like a crime scene TV show name. You know what I mean?
Yeah, strike one. Absolutely.
Like the new MacGyver kind of thing. Jack Bowers.
He's hitting .333 on the season, .429 both OB and slugging. Curveball.
That is a good pitch. That's a good spit, though, by 1-6.
I don't think you're going to do much with that pitch there.
You go back to it, double up, triple up?
I think so. Fastball.
Nice
and
play.
a nice catch by the shortstop, Dominic Nordman. That ball had a little slice away from him. Makes the catch on a line drive for the first out of the inning.
A little unlucky. But that's what sometimes batting averages are misleading. You could be hitting 280 on a year, but hitting line drive outs like that often.
Right. Carter Griffin now steps in. His first at bat of the day. Takes strike one. And Mitch, Mr. Griffin, he's only got 19 plate appearances so far, so,
Change up.
Oh, that were right off the chest protector of blue. That's why we wear them.
He didn't flinch either.
No, 1-1. Hey, gotta love it. That is John Huffman behind the plate there, doing a nice job. I think this is the second time we've seen Mr. Huffman. I think we saw him at the GAC Baseball Classic. Mr. Braille going, hey, Blue, my bad. Got to take care of you there. There you go. I love that, right, Mitch?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have let it hit him.
And, hey, comes back with a strike right there. 1-2 to Griffin. He's playing center field today. And a swing and a miss for strike number 3. And a little around the horn. That's a pretty good one right there. I like that. Didn't go into left or right field either, Mitch.
There is a lot of around the horn happening right now by both pitchers. I mean, they are competing in the strike zone. If they're missing, they're not missing by much.
These pitchers are dealing.
We talk about it to our young kids all the time. Be competitive.
Top of the lineup again. Curveball is off the catcher's glove. Kind of, boy, that is just running. So ball one to Siebert, who struck out in his swinging in his first at bat. Fastball foul tipped into the glove. Strike one. 1-1.
I think Siebert wants that one back.
That might be the only pitch he really can hit in this at bat.
Change piece.
Hit that foul.
When you got 3 pitches in high school that are this good, you're going to have some success.
Wow.
And that's why you see that 188 average against him. You know, again, the record is not an indication of how well he is pitching.
Right.
Even the ERA, for that matter.
Curveball, ground ball to the shortstop.
Good hustle.
Comes up. Nice play. So we are seeing some pitching and defense here in this early part of this ball game. We're going to the bottom half, third inning with the score 0-0. All right, folks, we're back. Number 28 stepping up to the plate here. That would be Drew Smith, the third baseman. Leading off for the Eagles in this bottom of the third inning. Swing and a miss, strike one.
It's got to be tough for this lefty facing Hosack.
Right.
Oh.
Ball stayed in. I mean, Hosack and Cole are matching each other pitch for pitch here, Mitch. And a ground ball back up the middle. Oh, Edgar quite couldn't get the glove on that. Base hit?
Yeah.
I think so, too.
I actually thought he took a good route at the ball. He started to come in at the ball and saw that it was kind of tailing away from him. He was going to take it, so he tried to play the long hop. It just kind of died on him there as he's trying to field.
That soft dirt out here.
You saw
right?
it just hit.
Yeah.
Big old
you get
cloud
the
of dirt.
Cloud of powder.
All of a sudden becomes a changeup.
Ball one upstairs. This is the shortstop, Nordman. And he gets the bunt down. Third baseman comes up, Siebert, and makes the play and gets him. He thought about second there for a minute. Did you see that? He peeked.
I don't mind the peek.
He had time, right? So that advances the runner on the sack bunt for the first out of the inning.
He was Holt's second baseman last year for Siebert. I mean, he spent a big majority of the season playing second base, you know, losing a big-time third baseman from last year. He's a player, though. He can move.
Capizzi hitting .326 on the year, Mitch. Guy is putting the ball in play, swing and a miss, strike one. They got an opportunity. I mean, one run might get her done here.
It seems like it right now.
Right?
I got a feeling that they'll both teams will get somewhere around 3 to 4 runs each.
And ball stayed down. Ball one. 1-1 the count.
You know, once these guys maybe get a little tired, if they miss, and guys are getting on and moving runners, I think they're going to be able to scratch 3 runs out of each team at least.
Right.
Good enough offensively.
Ball's up.
This young man's put together pretty well. Number 6, Capizzi. At least that's what I'm going with.
Capizzi. Ball's fouled straight back. I'm looking here to see Aiden Cole, right?
Yep. I couldn't find it. I didn't look too hard, but
Hosack is 2-2 to the leadoff hitter.
Leader.
And a swing and a miss. That ball ran away from his bat on the outer half. Goes down for the second out of the inning.
I always love that. It ran away from his bat.
It
was there.
Right? It was there a minute ago.
It was there a minute ago.
Coach,
you know, those are things that we don't do. That's another thing that we could talk about hitting when we talk about hitting is hitting the ball where we think it's going versus where it's thrown to,
Right.
especially if a pitcher's got good movement.
So here we have and a little flare to the second baseman, catches it and ends the inning. Well, Hosack works around the single by the leadoff hitter, and we go to the top of the fourth inning with the score now still 0-0, I should say, right?
Yeah.
So, Mitch, we found this Aiden Cole here, this young man. 2023 grad. He's committed to go to St. Charles Community College.
I think that's a pretty nice pickup. We heard McDonald from Troy, the right-handed pitcher from Troy that was player of the game in the GAC Classic there that we did at Car Shield, and then this young man. That's two pretty good players that I think can compete pretty well at that JUCO level there.
I love that because then you look at the Lafayette kid, P.J. Rogan is going to Parkland JC. Platte County, James Schweider. These are all left-handed pitchers. Hutchinson Community College. Another Crowder JC, Moberly. I like that JC route.
Yeah, well, it's. I think those are good decisions too. Not only financially, but also for playing time. You know, it's tough to, sit the bench your freshman year when you go to a nice D2 school.
And let's figure it out here. The A+ program, if you can get that, why not, Mitch?
Yeah, that was a big thing for my daughter. I pushed the A+ program. She ended up going to UMSL, which some 4-year schools are recognizing the A+ program. So
very good.
Make sure you ask those questions.
Kyle Edgar leading off for the Indians, takes ball one. Mr. Edgar walked and stole a base in the first inning. Fastball swung on a fly ball, kind of a can of corn to the left fielder. He makes the play out there. That is Mason Young.
It's a little out front of that.
Just a bit.
Now batting, catcher, number 21, Chase Lassiter.
What I like is these guys, they're in the strike zone, Mitch. This is where you get the chance to defense. They're getting strikeouts, they're getting Ks, but they're keeping their defense engaged. Lassiter takes strike one.
That's key. It's key in any level, right? But at the high school level, just compete. Again, we preach so much about velocity. Oh, that's a good
Swing
pitch.
and a miss.
Oh, that's a good pitch. That was a slow one. I think he might have a couple different speeds on that curveball.
That was 60 mile an hour, bro.
Maybe a little better.
Maybe 65. Okay.
I'll go with the
ground
funny
ball
number.
back up the middle. Second baseman to it, and the throw is off, and pulls the first baseman off the bag. And so we got a throwing error on the second baseman that gets Lassiter on the bag. So those are the mistakes that can come back to bite you.
number 19, Connor Fick. Now batting, first baseman, number 13, Ben Cobb.
Ben Cobb up. What do we say, number 18 over there? Oh, no, 19. Connor Fick is running for the catcher, Chase Lassiter. We got one out, so we got a runner on, and Ben Cobb steps to the plate. Struck out looking. A fastball pops him up. Is there going to be room? And that's out of play. We talked earlier, Mitch. You like Cobb. He's the guy hitting 432. He's hitting in this 3 spot. This is a good opportunity for him to make some noise here.
That would have been my pick to click coming into this game when you look at kind of the team. But it's from what I understand, it's the way that he competes at the dish, and this is a big opportunity for Holt right here. Shot in the gap could score this runner from first base.
They've had a hard time. Nice pitch, and that's fouled straight back and out of play again. That's this to me, I love this kind of pitcher. His second baseman makes an error, but you know what? He's 0-2 on the number 3 hitter. Kid hitting 432, and he's got him down 0-2. See if he can finish. That shows some good mentality, Mitch.
Yeah, that'll play. It's going to play here. It's going to play at the junior college level, and you expect him only to get better. Make sure he comes set.
Ground ball. Could be 2.
Oh, nice
and
pick.
It's a pick. Oh, he doesn't quite get that. He beats on the pick. All right, but they got the lead runner. Nice effort on that turn.
He can move.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
So we got 6-4 for the second out and a fielder's choice on the old if you're scoring at home.
Those are my favorite.
Trevor Lovell now struck out in the first inning. He's the DH, so he's got an opportunity to try and do something here. 2 outs. Cole trying to pitch around that error. Throws over. Trying to keep Cobb a little bit close. They've ran on him a little bit here. Can't get the oven mitt quite on yet. And that ball is popped straight back. Is that going to hit us in the head? No. That's a good thing.
I can't see it over the bill of this sun hat that I have on.
I get a hole in my head. I got plenty of those.
Yeah. I don't want to get hit in the head either.
No.
I might lose a week. Be concussed.
Curveball.
Hung that.
And a line drive. He's coming in.
Nice read.
Oh, nice catch by Mason Young.
Nice read.
That was a heck of a catch by the left fielder because that ball was coming down, Mitch.
Yeah, it was hooking and sinking same time. It's that neon green armband that he's got on. That I'm telling you, that stuff gives kids like +5 defense, You're
a video game guy, ain't you, buddy?
Yeah. But no, it's what we talk about youth baseball all the time, and guess what?
If you look good?
Yeah, you feel good, play good, whatever. But these guys are always talking about +10s with these oven mitts. And some guys wear 2 of them. It's hilarious. They still slow.
Oh, shoot. Hey, folks, if you want to see Mitch a little bit more, you can go over to the Hitting Zone, indoor baseball training facility located in O'Fallon. Is it O'Fallon?
O'Fallon.
O'Fallon, Missouri. Check him out online, thehittingzone.stl.com. Mitch, you got some stuff going on over there. You got how many groups are in there? How many PBAs working in there?
So we had 68 different teams in the facility this year through the winter training. We're getting to that point now where it's getting extremely slow for most indoor facilities. The one thing that keeps us alive is some of the things that we have, like our memberships and stuff that people keep coming in after games. I see a bunch of these high school kids from Liberty, Holt, Timberland that will come in the facility, Fordsall North, and get some extra reps after a game if they're struggling. So that's where most of our use is now versus in this winter. It's a lot of geared towards teams.
Very good. Check them out, thehittingzonestl.com, and book your cage, right?
Book them.
Book them, Danum.
Yeah, if you need extra cage time, go ahead and try to get a hold of me directly. You'll work with me on trying to get you nice rates for extended time.
There you go. Love that. All right, we're back here. Liberty is now at the plate for the bottom of the 4th inning. We're moving right along here, Mitch. Peyton Braille leading this off, the catcher. He grounded out to the shortstop his first at bat.
I mean, we're 45 minutes in, and we're in the bottom of the 4th.
I love it. I
Yeah,
love the pitching.
Another quick game for up to this point.
Strike one.
I tell you what, the umpires, like, again, consistency, that's all we ever asked for.
I love it. You're right, Mitch. Strike two. 0-2. We'll try and get some updates. We'll try and check out some scores here, see if we can find some stuff on Twitter between innings and update some of the GAC, what's going on around. There's a big one going on over in Washington. That ball's outside between Fort Zumwalt South and the Washington Blue Jays. That ball's in the dirt. 2-2. That ball is strike three.
Strike three. Great song.
Little outfield, baby. gotta do it.
Number 16, Aiden Cole.
His hat stayed on? Oh, the pitcher. Yeah. Lauren was saying his hat stays on too, Mitch.
Yeah, well, oh, get out of the way.
Woo-hoo.
Don't
Hey,
wake
that
him
was
up.
pitcher on pitcher. That's not right. Come on, bro.
He had a little smile going there. If Osak was pitching, I'm sure he might get one back or hitting. If Osak was hitting.
Curveball
like
in the
it.
dirt.
I like it.
2-0. So one out here. Both these pitchers throwing a very good ball game, and a line drive out to the center field, and he one hops to the center fielder, and we've got a one out single. First hit, I think, of the ball game. Yes, second hit. Second hit.
Second
of the
hit.
ball game.
That's a pitcher hitting for himself. Say, I'll take this in my own hands.
That curveball stayed up a little bit, and he didn't try and do too much with it, Mitch. Hit it where it was pitched.
Yeah, keep it simple right there. You know, if you're one of those guys anyways that likes to take the big hacks, I mean, I guess you have an opportunity to do it. But in that situation, he had a strike on. It was 1-1. Take a nice easy swing. Get on base.
Absolutely. So we have Cone Waldron. Flew out to right field. Takes ball one up in the zone.
This cloud cover's turning into a little chilly.
Yeah, a little bit.
Wind's picked up right to left a little bit.
So we got a pinch runner, number 5. And
It's in
that
a
ball
gap.
is hit in the gap. And is somebody going to get to it? No, it's going to fall.
Oh, he hesitated.
He's going first to third, and the throw is not in time. Oh, and Mr. Waldron stayed at first, didn't follow up on that. So we got first and third with one out with a back-to-back singles, Mitch.
I actually thought he was going to get hosed there because it looked like he delayed getting around second base.
I agree.
And I thought, oh, no, you don't do it.
That's Noah Kuhner who's running for the pitcher. So big spot here for Connor Gilliam, the first baseman. Opportunity with some ducks on the pond and a runner going and stolen base. So that eliminates the opportunity for a double play. So we got second and third, one out. See what Hosak can do here. One ball, and that ball swing and a miss. And we've got, Washington. What's that score, Mitch? Go ahead.
Zeros. Trentman for Washington, I'm assuming against Cox for Zumwalt South. 0-0 ball game, top 4. Zumwalt South does have a runner at second base.
Wow. We're seeing two games here in the same.
Trouble.
Ball hit to right. Is it going to be deep enough? He's not going to go. Nice job. Coach held him. Probably the better part of valor there. Gavin Poindexter makes that play. Big, strong throw.
Yeah, you can't account for a baseball getting thrown up the line or anything like that. You don't
No.
know that, right? And he could slide inside. Probably would have been safe if he'd take off.
So we got 2 outs. Jake Greer reached on a fielder's choice, he struck out his first time at bat. He's the DH today. And that's ball 1. Wow, if Hosack can get himself out of this, that'd be huge. But he's pitching now. He's got a little trouble around him. So the heightened swing and a miss.
When you got a pitch like that, you can get yourself out of it.
That ball just dives. I love both these guys. That curveball really just dives at that back foot on right-handed hitters.
Yeah, and he throws that slider back foot. That's what I think that's his bread and butter. And watching him pitch for 2 years at Timberland, he beat us twice in districts. He lived on that slider.
Fastball.
And then to back it up with that heater. Looks like we have a score in the Zumwalt South game. Zumwalt South is up 1-0. I'm not exactly sure how they scored.
All right.
Pass balls, maybe.
And Liberty trying to get on the scoreboard here with 2 on, 2 out, a 1-2 count to the DH, Jake Greer. Fastball tied him up. Good pitch, Mitch.
Yep. Yeah. When a young man has confidence like that, I don't feel like any situation is too big for him.
Wow, that was big. Hosack gets out of some trouble there. We go to the top of the 5th inning with the score 0-0.
Looks like the scorer, Fullhorst for South, hit a triple.
Oh, wow.
That's how that
run scored.
He had a runner at second base, and Tinkersley was at second base, and Fullhorst just drove him in with a triple.
Oh, man.
You got to love Game Changer.
Got to love Game Changer. There you go.
I was trying to sneak some other scores. I wasn't able to catch anything, but obviously there's a ton of games going on.
That's right.
I think you got Timberland and Troy, which should be a good matchup today. Troy's been playing good baseball as of late.
And Howell is playing, I think, Howell and West play next week. That's who it is.
I think Howell and West end the season together.
Yeah, I think that's next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think West is playing Fort Zumwalt Francis Howell North. There it is. I'll spit it out here momentito. But we're a little limited. I couldn't get my laptop to connect. I'm hoping the stream is doing well, Mitch, because we didn't have as potent a upstream as we normally do. So we're streaming good. Outstanding. Love to hear that. So we don't mess it up. I'm assuming that was correct. I was looking at Timberland's schedule here. Next week we'll be following that, but next week we're going to be at Zumwalt East with our GAC Game of the Week with Fort Zumwalt East and the Fort Zumwalt South Bulldogs. Love that rivalry. That's always a fun one. We're going to have to get down and see Washington next little bit. Dane Goff's got that team rolling. All right, folks, we're back top of the 5th inning here, leading off Gavin Poindexter, the center fielder, the right fielder, takes ball 1. Strike 1, inner half. We got a dandy, the old pitcher's duel. I love it. Curveball, swing and a miss. Man, that just disappeared. It just disappeared. It's almost like, what's the magician's name? David Copperfield. It just disappeared.
I thought maybe you were going David Blaine.
You could do that guy too, right?
I don't know. They're all weird to me.
2-2 on the count.
I don't want to pretend.
Curveball stays outside, goes full. So opportunity here for Poindexter to get on base. Let's see what Cole's got for him. Fastball blows it by him. Man.
Today must be a bye week, I guess, for Timberland.
I think so. I think it is. So that's 6 Ks already on the game for Cole, Mitch, through 5 innings. You're averaging a K an inning. That's pretty good.
Both these kids did. When I was looking up their stats prior to the game, like coming into this, I think Hosek had 37 and 25 innings pitched, which is, the 10.
Yep.
That's a pretty darn good number.
Exactly. So 6 here for Cole, and he takes a ball on the inner half for Ben Bricky. So 1-1 to Bricky, who flied out to the right fielder in his first at bat. Curveball, outer half, strike 2. And I like Cole here going to St. Charles Community. He's going to get bigger and stronger. That ball, fastball out of play. Give him a little opportunity to develop physically, Mitch.
Yeah, because I think he's still relatively small. I think he's still got a plus arm for
his size.
Yeah, for what he does. I mean, he uses all of it. All of his frame that he has. Oh my Lord.
Wow.
That is a really competitive curveball. After that pitch, I was thinking to myself, I really hope they call that changeup here, because if you just throw that changeup off that same arm side, I think he could have just dropped that one off the table.
2-2. Curveball just got a piece of that.
You can kind of hear that baseball turning a little bit. You can hear it, it's got some RPMs on it.
That's got some juice.
It's got some revolution.
Isn't that what the kids call it? Juice.
I don't know what they call it, man. I try to stay hip.
Hip?
To be square.
Oh, yeah. Little Huey. There you go.
Figured you'd like that.
We're full of pop culture here today, folks.
Is that it?
Bricky goes 3-2. 1 out. Fastball, outer half, a little lazy fly ball. Center fielder's on it. Makes the running catch out there. Connor Gilliam, Cone Waldron for the second out. Jackson Bowers, first at bat, lined out to the shortstop, just kind of snow cone that bad boy. Hit the ball hard.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. Snow cone sounds pretty good right now.
Right?
Ooh.
Curveball. That looked like a change on that. But who knows? It's a strike. We know that. Fouled off the catcher. That might have caught the blue a little bit.
I think it sounded like it caught somebody.
Yeah. Blue's working hard back there today.
Both catchers are typically pretty good to keep baseballs off of them. So,
absolutely. Again, our home plate umpire, John Huffman, and out in the field is Rick Kirkhoff. Can't say enough. Love the Blues. Working hard out here today. We appreciate him. Curveball. Yeah, in for a strike. When you can throw that pitch for a strike on that outer half, Mitch, my goodness. And then come back and throw it his back foot.
Here we go.
1-2.
They go back to it.
He shook him off, so fastball
Heater.
Up in the zone and gets him down swinging.
He knows what he wants to do.
Did you see? Yeah, exactly. I think he probably threw off that curveball and went to the heater. Forget the curveball, Ricky.
Throw him the heater.
So for his 7th strikeout of the game, he 1-2-3 goes Holt in the top of the 5th inning. We're going now to the bottom of the 5th inning with the score still 0-0. Speaking of ball games, Mitch, next week, like I said, we're going to be out at Fort Zumwalt East for the Zumwalt South, Zumwalt East GAC Game of the Week. That's our last GAC Game of the Week. Should be a dandy. And we finished the season. You're going to love this one. May 9th, it's a Tuesday, 4:30 p.m. Jackson is driving up to play the CBC Cadets.
Oh, buddy. That should be a dandy.
I'm looking forward to that one.
I'm expecting to see some people, some folks in the stands.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Right? That's a big matchup. I'm excited.
Yeah,
Are
absolutely.
you inviting me to that one?
Oh, yeah.
I don't get
Horn,
every Tuesday, so.
Coach Horn, appreciate him allowing us to come out to the ballpark and live stream that game. So we're looking forward to that one. We got two good ones left here, Mitch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
As much as, I'd love to have Hal and West and all, you try and get as many.
Well, just get
Maybe we'll get more crews.
You got to get more cameras.
That's right, bro. All right, so Drew Smith now, the third baseman.
Who are you going to trust run the runs and twos? I mean, Lauren's pretty good at what she does.
Ball one. Third baseman, he swung at that one in the dirt. Got fooled a little bit. I don't see these guys being in any kind of pitch count trouble, do you?
No. I don't even know if we've had a pitcher face 20 pitches in an inning yet.
Strike two, 1-2. Now to Smith. These two lefties have been dominant today, folks. Fastball, strike three on the outer half, and Smith goes down looking.
I like what's going on between both catchers. I think it looks like they're, working with their battery and calling their own game. But you can't get a really good read on predictions. A lot of times in high school you get predictable.
Not
Not
right,
today.
not today. Nordman ground ball foul down the third base line. Strike one. The shortstop sack bunt in his first at bat, moved the runner over, but they failed to score. Curveball stays out. 1-1. They're back to the top of the lineup here after Nordman. This is a good one because you don't want to put this guy on and get back to the top of the lineup. You'd rather just, big at bat here for Nordman. Ground ball foul. Man, just missed it again.
Yeah, just missed it. And for me, it's one of those things is like you don't want to see the top half of the lineup again. And so if you go out and get him here, and get possibly get the next hitter out, you might not face the heart of that order in the seventh inning.
Right.
You get into the 3 and 4 hitters of this inning, you might see them again in the bottom half of that seventh.
At least even the top guys,
Right.
right? So this is an important at-bat here. 2-2, Nordman. He's fouled a couple foul down the third base line, and a curveball swing and a miss. That just got in under his hands. He couldn't do anything with it.
Now batting second baseman, number 6, Austin Capizzi.
And that is the 7th strikeout for Dalton Hosack. Both guys with 7 Ks on the day, Mitch. Swing and miss stuff.
A lot of it.
Capizzi steps in. He's struck out both times.
I'm not even sure these guys are sweating right now.
It's 2-0 now to Capizzi.
This is what you wanted, right? You wanted to get the number 9 hitter out. You did that. Now you got to make sure you go out and get this guy.
Bryce Haynes on deck. Fastball stays up. That got away from Lassiter to the backstop. Good hustle, young man.
Job, twos. I see that kid a lot. He works pretty hard. if Chase would have come back here, I'd have given him a little heat for missing that. Can't let
Absolutely.
the umpire wear it in the face.
And that is ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk for the leadoff. Haven't seen that much, Mitch.
No. You know, he led off the – I guess that was Kyle Egger had the walk for Holt. But I think that's his first walk for today. Is that his first walk of the day? Second walk of the day? Let's see if he goes up and tries to attack the first pitch again. He did that last time in his last AB. See if he can try to get this in scoring position first.
Ball 1. This is only the 6th batter to reach base against Hosack.
That's a good mound visit, the catcher.
Ball 1. There you go. That's what you've been talking about, right?
All the time. Like to see him jog all the way out there instead of halfway, but I'm not being picky. At least he went out there and talked to him. Wonder if they're talking about prom or.
It was a 4-pitch walk and then a ball right there.
Yep.
Don't let it get out of
just shut it down.
Yeah. Lassiter's that kind of guy. He has a good feel for the game.
I've enjoyed competing against him. He's going to run. Heater,
That
2 hit and
ball
run.
Fouled back. Oh, man, look. Haynes is like, oh, my goodness, how did I miss that pitch? That was his pitch, too.
He likes some heaters. Who doesn't? I mean, we all eat them, right?
1-1, Mitch.
I wonder if he's going to go again. I thought he had
I
that back
think he
stolen.
is.
It might have been a hit and run there, but he, base runner didn't look in, so I thought maybe straight steal.
Maybe give him a look. He's going again. And that ball is popped up.
You got 2 outs, young
shallow.
man. You got 2 outs.
And a nice catch by the second baseman out there by Holt. Jackson Bowers. That's a tough little play, Mitch.
Yeah. Was more upset about the base running than I was
Right, 2 outs. He's
paying
kind
attention to the play. But, again, just that's one of those learning things for, what I like to teach our guys at the Tribe is peek in. If it's a hit and run or you're stealing on your own, peek in just to know where the baseball's going.
Absolutely.
So you know what to do.
Absolutely. Hey, folks, remember Game 7 Baseball.
Game7baseball.com.
It's one of the premier youth tournament providers in the Midwest, covering Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, and Tennessee, as we got the rock and roll music playing in the background, baby. Game 7 Baseball. Oh, that's, you know who that is, right? That's Neil Peart. That's Rush.
Duh.
Yeah, I'm just making sure you knew. All right. Game 7 Baseball has single, AA, and AA and AAA major divisions, so you can find the tournament with quality competition to challenge your team. You know who I said first, though, Neil Peart.
Huh?
Neil Peart, the drummer. That's who I said first. Anywho, because he's a dude, the drummer for Rush.
Is
Neil
he the
Peart.
one that passed away?
Yeah, he passed away recently, yes. We're going to back to Game 7 Baseball.
Okay, .com.
If you're looking for a local or regional event, go to game7baseball.com. Register your team and get signed up for these great events and venues today. They've been down at Ballparks of America. They've been all around the state. I'm looking forward to seeing in a couple weeks over at Ozzy's for the Cinco de Mayo. It's always fun.
Always. May the 5th be with you.
Is that okay? Can we say May the 5th be with you?
Center fielder, number 18, Carter Griffin.
He's a Star Wars dude right down there, bro. Carter Griffin leading off for the Holt Indians in this top of the 6th inning. Cole's still on the mound, and
Oh, I
he
like
squares
it.
to bunt, takes strike 1.
That might be a tough call there. That's a good pullback, though.
Center fielder is struck out his first time at bat. Ball on the outer half, curveball for a strike. 0-2. I love it. Look at Cole. He's up on the mound. He's ready to go. He ain't messing around. He's in a good rhythm. Fastball up and away, ball 1.
It's only the second time he's lost his hat, but he caught it.
Maybe that's why it was
Kept
a
it
ball.
off the dirt.
Curveball banged into the dirt. Going to be a tough play by the shortstop.
Nice. Oh, he should have held the bag. He had it.
Off the glove of the first baseman And we've got a throwing error. Error?
Oh, yeah.
I think so. So Griffin reaches on an E6. And the leadoff runner in this top of the 6th is on base for Holt, and you've got 1-2 here, and possibly Lassiter coming to the plate. Big.
I'm expecting bunt. So they. You can see it on the Eagle side.
Connor Siebert Cade and grounded out of the shortstop. Ball's up in the zone, way up in the zone.
We're in the 6th. This is just the third, time around the order here for Holt.
Right.
Oh,
And a
that's
smash
fair.
down first base, and that's fair. And
Second base.
it looked like the runner didn't kind of catch it. He thought he slowed up going to second base, but got to third. So a shot down the first base line gets Siebert a single and moves Griffin to third base. We got first and third, no out here, and Reeder's taking a walk to the mound. Good opportunity. This is going to be a tough one to get out of here, Mitch. And we got action in the bullpen, number 15 warming up.
Mason Maine.
And Mason Maine
Senior.
has been, let's see.
I like the name. And it's where'd he go? Maison.
Mason Maine. He's got 7 appearances. He's got a 1-0 record. ZRA's a little up, elevated. But he's allowed 13 earned runs and 12 innings pitched. I still got to find out if they do that in high school, if it's 9 or 7, Mitch.
What?
How they figure ERA. Do they still figure it based on the nine innings?
Oh, I from what I understand, it's 7. When I had to do my stats for the freshman side of things, it was based on 7 innings.
Okay, and that's the way it should be, right?
We play 7.
Yep. There you go. All right, here we go. Big moment. And a bunt fouled straight back.
I'm not sure if that was a squeeze play.
So Edgar's
Could've been a
kind of upset with himself not getting that bunt down.
This is interesting for Liberty is they're playing the middles to flip it.
Yes, they are, and the corners are in. Interesting.
You got good wheels here at
So
the
they're
plate.
willing to give up the run to get the double play, Mitch.
He's going. Nope.
Strike 2 to Edgar. So he didn't get the bunt down. Now he's 0-2.
I think the bunt was on his own. I don't think that was a called thing. I think he just tried to bunt for a hit there.
There you go.
He's got good enough speed. That's why it's interesting that the Eagles are back up the middle.
And that
That'll
ball
get the job
is going to drop. That's a long run, and it drops. A heck of an effort by Mason Young out there and Siebert. Oh, okay. All right.
Insert
Just wanted to
circus
wait.
music.
Yeah, kind of chucking it around there a little bit. All right, so single by Edgar with 2 strikes scores the run from third. So we've got a 1-0 lead for Holt here. And we still have 2 on with no out, Mitch.
Yeah, what do you do here if you're Holt? You obviously got one of your better hitters here at the plate. He struggled a little bit today against this lefty, but you got a right-hander Kolb up. Do you just push a bunt down the third base side, get them both over? But if, I counter that with Liberty, you may walk the next guy, set up a double play ball.
I don't see them giving the bunt sign here to Lasser with the opportunity, especially no outs. And a swing and a miss, strike 1. That curveball's still working. Little meeting of the minds.
We got a runner at second base. He could be trying to peek in.
Are we flashing multiple signs here? We on this thing even in high school?
I am. I mean, we do it everywhere else.
Absolutely.
We talked about it today on the show. The highest level they have pitch
And the runners go.
Oh.
We got him hung up at third. And that's great awareness by. And he's out. That's great awareness by the catcher. I love that from Braille. He didn't throw the ball immediately. He ran at the lead runner, and that's a heck of a play by the catcher, Mitch.
Yep. Again, the fundamental things that we miss, like straight steals, your head's down. We need to be looking up if we're trailing. I'm not saying that that's Edgar's fault by no means, but it's just one of those things that you can pick up.
Did somebody miss a sign? We don't know.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna guess
no,
that.
I understand
that Siebert didn't have a good jump and shut it down.
Exactly. So as a trail, you've got to be able to see that. So it's 2-1 now to Lassiter with the runner at second base. So we got one out. I understand the base running, but I love the play by the catcher. That was great. 3-1. Because a lot of times you'll see those kids just automatically throw behind them, right?
Yeah, and you do that. Yeah, West did it against Blue Springs South, if you can remember.
Yep.
Was it West that did it to South, Blue Springs South? Was it at the game?
I can't remember.
I feel like
that's been a while back for me. And a pop foul out of play. 3-2 now to Lassiter. I think he wants that one back. Three and two. One out. Time. Lassiter calls time.
Oh, the inner game. The inner workings of a game.
Love it.
That was on purpose.
I don't blame him. He sat there a little bit too long. Let's break up the rhythm. Curveball. Just fouled that away. Didn't leave that to the blue. I love that. He's working hard. I love that. Did you see that?
He did. He
Is that a ball or strike? There you go. That's what you don't see at the high school level enough, in my opinion.
Yeah, one, he's got to make sure he comes set.
Is he? I can't see through the blue, so is he?
It's borderline. I mean, that's the plate's call, I guess.
It's both. Well, it is on this side. You really, there's nothing in the rule book that says you have to pause for this amount of time. So if you, boom, and pause, it's just really discretion to the umpire.
Yeah, I think he keeps his rhythm here. It's when he's trying to quick pitch that you could.
He gets that little bounce. That's a good at bat.
That's the importance of asking.
Absolutely.
He fought that pitch off, and that may have been a little bit more outside than the previous one. But having that identification, and then you're reading it back in your mind going, hey, I've seen this before. He said it was a ball.
That's a good AB by Lassiter.
Now batting for Holt, first baseman, number 13, Ben Cobb.
Ben Cobb now. We're back to 2 on. First and second, 1 out.
Just think about that base running mistakes. Could be bases loaded. Nobody out here.
Exactly. And a fastball, and he pops it up. The first baseman makes a nice catch on that. So quickly, one pitch and a pop out to the first baseman by Kolb. I think he'd like to have that pitch back.
You could tell by his language.
Yep.
Number 9, Trevor Lovell.
So Lovell, who's hit the ball hard the other day when we saw him, has big pop in his bat. 2 outs. Boy, if he can get out of this with just 1 run allowed here, Mitch.
I think this might be the last inning for this young man. He's done a great job. He's starting to lose it just a hair.
Fastball. Yeah, you could see it on that last curveball, right? Didn't quite have the bite.
Yeah, he's not really finishing it. And maybe it was a slower one. He tried to, you never know.
Right.
Because he does have some, she's shown 2 different speeds on his curveball.
Fastball in. Ball 3. Or excuse me. Yes, ball 3.
You going to serve it? You going to serve it here, or you going to just go ahead and pitch around it?
Ah, boy.
See if he gets himself out.
That's ball 4.
I'm okay with that. As a coach, I'm okay with that there. I don't want him giving in a 5-hitter. You don't need to.
And you've got Poindexter, who struck out both times at bat. So Perkle's talking to him a little bit here. So, yeah, right there, understanding the pop in the bat. Big moment for Poindexter. He'd love to get one here, do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Something in the gap.
I'm going to say something, and then Mama can be proud of you, right?
Yeah, I just noticed that
Absolutely.
first baseman for Liberty went over to near the dugout to ask a question. Then went out to the pitcher and gave instruction.
That's ball 1. So it does look like Cole is running out of gas here a little bit, Mitch. There it is, strike 1.
Some of it is as simple as just taking a deep breath. When you work quick, if those motions get the best of you, you could get out of breath. You just can't feel your legs.
Right. Curveball.
Oh, buddy.
Gets away.
Didn't go.
That's good hustle by Braille. Didn't get far enough away, and we got a swing and a miss. Strike 2.
I'd like to have him read that just a little bit better and take a chance.
Get a little extra hop off that.
Just take the chance in general.
Get that extra run. You're going to need it. Another curveball.
That was called
Stays
earlier.
Up.
That's a tough break for that young man. He needed that one.
That's one he wanted. That had a little good on it too. So another fastball. Strike 3 looking. Hey, I love that. Don't worry. Shake that last one off. You wanted it. You thought it was there, but he comes back with a really good fastball and gets him.
I think these guys need to know they're not going to be able to break or bend an aluminum bat. They're just things that you notice differently on this side of the diamond than you do over there.
So that's the 8th K. Leaves the bases loaded. That was huge, Mitch, but Holt does scratch a run, and we're going to the bottom of the 6th inning now. The score, Holt 1 and Liberty nothing.
What a game. We've been blessed to have a series of nice games. It started on that Wednesday, I guess, for the GAC Classic. Tuesday was a little different. There's longer games on Tuesday, but Wednesday's game played very well, and then here we are again in a 1-0 game. Friday Night Lights was a walk-off win for Troy.
Yep.
By a freshman, and then 1-0 ball game today.
I'm enjoying it.
It looks like Troy, and this hasn't been updated, but Troy was up 1-0 on Timberland in the 6th after 6 innings. So I'm assuming that game will be over relatively soon.
If Troy can beat Timberland in that game, that's a big win for Troy.
Big time, and that's Hatchman on the bump
Right.
for Timberland. He usually pitches there Tuesdays, so that's a really nice confidence boost. And he talked about it the other day, though.
Yes, he did.
Because if certain things happen, they have an opportunity to move up and not be one of those teams that have to face a Howell or a West.
That's huge. All right, the number 3 hitter, Peyton Braille, who has grounded out to the shortstop and struck out looking, swings and misses at the first pitch, strike 1. Both these pitchers have really commanded that curveball. And strike 2, boy, fastball right at the knees, 0-2 now. Hosack doesn't show any signs of slowing down here, Mitch.
He's not going to.
A little too far out.
He tried to bring it back.
Ball 1. Well,
It's his job.
exactly.
It's his job. He's a catcher. That's what we're supposed to do.
And a fastball, strike 3. Win it. There it is. There's the boys, the outfield. Now the 7th K or 8th K for Hosack. 8 Ks, both guys, 8 Ks. Gotta love that. Aiden Cole now takes ball
Good
1.
pitch.
Now, the pitcher here, if he stays in the game, I would imagine the DH is going to go out, or who's coming in for Maine. I forget
Cole?
exactly how. No, because Aiden Cole, we talked about, is he going to stay in? We'll see. We'll wait and see, because he's hitting here for him. He's been hitting for himself the whole game anyway. Always get.
Oh, I got what you're saying.
That's a ball 3.
Yeah, I think in this situation,
Because some of
though,
these rules, DH rules, are weird in high school.
the one DH, I think some of that comes from the softball side. Actually, it works like softball rules are crazy, which keeps you on your toes for how you can manage a lineup. It's quite interesting. But being in the bottom of the 6th inning, this probably should be that last at bat for him, assuming things obviously.
Ooh, that was a tough pitch. That's a close pitch. But
yeah, it looked like he
walk.
tightened up a little bit in the strike zone. You got a courtesy guy going, so maybe he is going to go out in the top of the 7th. I mean, coach could look at that and say it's his game to lose. I mean, he is losing, but we'll see what happens here for Liberty.
Noah Kuhner running for the pitcher, and we have Cone Waldron, the center fielder now, who has flied out to right. Takes strike 1 and singled. He's 1 for 2 with a stolen base. I don't know if Kuhner is he's running.
It's a good take.
And a throw is not in time.
Uh-oh. He's getting
and the
hosed.
ball's out of his.
What
Oh,
a slide.
it was a nice slide. And a
And
stolen base and gets to third on the throwing error. So runner in scoring position, 1 out. And Waldron now is 1-1. So that sack fly, Mitch.
Baseball.
Scratch and runs.
This is
I
a
love
big pitch.
this.
It's a big pitch right here. I'm going slider. I can almost see it. Heater. It was a
Fastball.
good one, too. Trying to overthrow a little bit. I think I would have went slider there. Trying to throw a fastball up there, just helping the hitter out. Trying to get it to the green.
2-1. Oh, that caught him in the hand a little. That's tough.
They go hang out with Liberty, I guess.
He's just trying to shake it off. 2-2.
Oh, he's fine.
Oh, I've seen it where I've been behind there. You catch one in the hand or on your knuckle. Oh, that hurts.
Oh, yeah.
Courtesy running for the pitcher, number 16, number 5, Noah Keener.
I'd actually like to see if he can get a throw.
Yeah,
Make
right?
sure he can squeeze his hand.
Yeah. Squeeze the baseball.
He's all right. Like the little sportsmanship there by 1-4 from Liberty.
Oh, he did. He had him. He had a
Yeah.
ball for him. Grabbed it, so he felt better. Good.
I gave him a little
Love
knuckles. He dapped him up a little bit.
2-2. And man,
Spoiled a
he
good
just
pitch.
stayed alive, boy. Spoiler alert. I better swing. Waldron, I mean, just in the nick of time, spoils that pitch.
You're going to do it again. Oh, he did.
Fastball down. Changing some speeds on him. That's good. Is he going to come back up with a fastball or stay down there, Mitch?
Well, if I was going to call it, I would go slider off the same location as the last 2 pitches.
Okay. He shook him off there.
Might go
so
heater.
fastball up in the zone. Dang.
He knew what he wanted to throw.
Yes, he did. That's 9 Ks now for Hosack. For the second out of the inning, trying to strand that runner at third.
Number 8, Connor Gillum.
Connor Gillum, 0 for 2. Reached on the fielder's choice, stole a base, lined out to the right fielder. Oh, did that hit him?
It hit him.
A little too much of that back foot, right?
Yeah, you can talk about a game of inches too, right? You know, if that doesn't hit him, that might get away and allow that run to score from third base.
Wow.
It's kind of one of those things where you're like, as a Holt, you're like, oh, thank you.
Burkle's
Thank you for hitting him.
Yeah, Burkle's taking a walk out here to talk to his hurler.
Batting number 3, Mason Young.
That's
So-
a raindrop.
It is. I felt a little drippage.
Raindrops keep falling on my head.
See, I told you, baby, pop culture. we're there, Mitch.
We are who they thought we were.
There you go.
It's more pop culture.
Thank you, Dennis.
Thank you. Big day for the NFC North there with Mr. Packer, Aaron Rodgers getting shipped to New York. Jets.
Did he go to the Jets?
Jets.
I think
Jets.
I think Green
Jets.
Bay's like. Or you think it's good riddance? You think they're?
Oh man, I bet their fans are probably sick of it. I mean, I don't know. I like Aaron Rodgers. Discount double check. I'm a State Farm guy.
All right, here we
Probably should've
go.
done
First
that
and third, 2 out. Jake Greer, the DH, fastball, fouled back, hit the fence. That fastball right there, Mitch.
These you know, with a guy like this, and then they're significantly outside, the top hand has got to go that side.
Runner going and a swing and a miss through.
Oh, I'm shocked they give it to him there.
0-2. So is that a stolen base? Or are we counting like
Indifference?
the MLB indifference? I'm going stolen base.
Well, I think that's the typical thing that you do in high school and youth sports, but that wasn't even an attempt. Like, he didn't even get out of his
And
squat.
a ground ball to the shortstop, Edgar.
Oh, he could have tagged him.
Makes a nice play on that. Wow, Hosack gets out of that. Edgar makes a nice play there at short to end the inning. And we're going to the top of the 7th inning with the score Holt 1, Liberty nothing. All right, folks, we want to make sure we talk to you again just about our guys over at Prime Sports Midwest. Prime Sports Midwest, primesportsmw.com. They have their local store. Got a great print shop in there. Take care of you with all your uniform needs. I'm going to get to my stuff here because it's easy for me to read, Mitch. You know what I mean?
What would we do without smartphones?
That's right. Prime Sports is the premier local sporting goods store for baseball in the metro St. Louis area. Carrying bats, gloves, helmets, clothing, and accessories for your baseball needs. Prime Sports Midwest also has their own print shop to customize your uniforms and spirit wear for your club or team. Get your fan wear store set up, and your fans and let Prime Sports Midwest outfit your club. Located at 1550 Ocello Drive, Fenton, Missouri. Go to primesportsmw.com to get that started. Let's take a look here at Mason, Maine, and this young pitcher, and where he's been.
Sniper.
What he's got here, like I said, 7 games pitched. We talked about it. He had the 13 runs allowed. Mason, Maine, he's walked 11. This is where he's gotten into trouble, looks like, Mitch, with 6 Ks. So it'll be interesting to see pitch to contact.
Yeah, he's got, seeing his warm-ups here, it looks like he's got a nice little slider. Maybe he has 2 different speeds in it. He's got a nice sink to his heater. So we'll see. Here we go.
There you go.
Top 7.
Ben
Ball
Bricky
game.
leading it off for Holt, who has flied out to right and center field. He's 0 for 2 today. We got some updates on some scores there, Mitch.
Yeah, you have Timberland loses a 2-1 ball game to Troy at Troy. So I think they walked that off. Another walk-off win for Troy. And right now, top 7, Mr. Cox has pitching a shutout here. Is up 2-0 against Washington.
So South 2-0. Wow. So it's quickly 0-2 on Bricky. So we got some good ones there. Troy Buchanan. We've seen Troy now a couple times. We've seen Timberland a couple times. Troy, that's a huge win for Troy's program.
Yeah, they're riding on a nice little high right now.
Absolutely. Ball 1. And I've liked to see, and we talked about that with Coach Rogers. He said, we're finding ourselves. We got some, and they've got some confidence right now, Mitch.
They are playing with it, and a little bit of swag too. I mean, you have a freshman that was called up. I'm not sure when he was.
Twelman.
Yeah,
right?
when he was called up, and he is consistently contributing both offensively and defensively.
So he was quickly 0-2. Now we got a full count. Bricky has worked back in this leadoff. So we shut the book on Aiden Cole, and a little ground ball to Nordman, and it pops up on him and gets away. That's a tough break for the shortstop. So Bricky reaches on the air. So 8 Ks. And a ball hit into center field. Nice play by the center fielder for the first out recorded. So, Mitch, this is what he's got. Cole had in 6 innings, 8 Ks, allowed 1 hit, 2 base on balls. He pitched a whale of a ball game. A couple of guys ended up on base with a couple of errors, but he pitched around them effectively. Ball's back, or the Bricky's back, excuse me. 2 base on balls, 1 hit, 8 Ks for Cole. Nice stop by Braille back there. So Maine's trying to hold this down here, get them back in the dugout, get to that bottom of the 7th inning, see if they can scratch a couple runs, or at least 1. Carter Griffin, the center fielder, and a throw back over Bricky in a cloud of dust over there. Rick Anselm is the first base coach over there for Holt. Shows bunt. Snap throw back. Ooh. Kind of wrong-footed him there.
I was looking for the Fort Zumwalt West Howe Central game. It looks like Deverman was starting in left field versus on the bump.
Is that right?
That's been I think, back-to-back weeks. I wonder if they're trying to limit his innings.
Strike one. So 2-1 now to Carter Griffin. Maybe, you know. And they've got some dudes behind him. It's not like they don't have arms. Goodness.
Luxuries of what's happening right now in the GACs. The 2023 class of pitching is insane. And then the volume of lefties.
Curveball, strike. That's a good pitch by Mason Maid. He froze Griffin right there. Sorry, Mitch.
No, it's just been a long time since I've seen this many lefties.
Right. It happens. I guess it comes in bunches, right?
I guess. I agree, though.
What else?
Well, I mean,
3 and 2, folks.
Growing up, there may have been 3 left-handed pitchers in the area that I can remember. And then we have, what, 10?
Yeah.
In the GACs right now?
Very good ones, too.
Yeah. It's insane.
Strike 3 on the inner half. Gets Carter looking. For out number 2, so Maine gets his first K. Connor Siebert now, third baseman. He is 1 for 3 today. And that ball is smashed right to the center fielder. Nice catch, Siebert. Look at his face, Mitch. He's like, man, I hit that on the button right at him. And that's the way you feel sometimes, right? That's baseball.
That's baseball. And again, why batting average is overrated in my opinion. Having a quality at bat is what's needed. It's just a tough break. Looks like Howell is tied 2-2 with North. And that was in the 7th for a score tied 2-2.
Howell and Howell North?
It looks like Howell and Howell North.
Very good. So we're going to the bottom of the 7th inning. Hosack back out. And we've got a 1-0 ball game, Indians. Now you know who this is. There's some good musical stylings going out here between innings, Mitch.
Well, it's got everybody dancing. It's got guys from Holt dancing. It's got the stands dance. It's got us dancing.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure the people are excited they can't see. Or hear.
All right, here's Drew Smith leading off. He has singled and struck out. Hosack deals and fastball in or half. Smith fouls it back out of play.
Mr. Cox is still in for South.
Wow.
Bottom 7. 2-0. Good curveball.
Strike.
Man, they
2.
Have that curveball late in the game like that, it's pretty legit.
And a swing and a miss. Ball's in the dirt. Nice play by Lassiter, and Smith is down on strikes. Mitch, Hosack is still looking sharp.
Well, he's your player of the game.
Absolutely, and I think we got
I think both pitchers.
Yeah, absolutely. And that ball is popped up into shallow center field, and under it is Griffin for the second out.
Late in the game, E9 hit her up. Coach has got his hands on his hips. He'd like to probably see him take till you get a strike there. I know that's a good hittable pitch, but keep making him pitch. Take till you get a strike there.
Wow, Mitch. So we are at the top, but this is what you talked about. See, we're only at the top of the order in the 7th rather than in that 2, 3, 4.
Exactly. And this is what you wanted. That's why the importance of getting that out, that number 9 hitter out for the second out in that 5th inning.
Ball 1. peasy.
Yep,
Pops
that's a
up.
Game over. Hey, look at this.
And the first baseman under it. Oh, nice
second
job
baseman.
by the second baseman. Taking charge. Hosack finishes off
game.
this game with a 2-hit shutout, Mitch.
Complete game shutout. I love a lot of the things going on right there that you saw from the catcher going up.
And he's
helping
got
his
the
first
cowboy
base.
hat.
Yeah, he
We're gonna get him over here and talk to him. We're gonna find out about the cowboy hat. Mitch.
While you leave, I do have to go. I got lessons tonight.
Yes,
so
you
you're
do.
Gonna have to do the player of the game
That's fine. I
by
got you,
yourself. But Howe Central beat West 5-2.
Howe Central 5-2 over West.
Yep.
Fort Zumwalt West. Another good ball game. Hey, we'll be right back with our players of the game. Mitch, thanks for coming by, buddy.
Absolutely. You want me to hang out while you leave?
Yeah, you can.
I'll keep the.
You good?
No, I'll go with some scores. Okay. I'm live. So Howe Central over at home over Fort Zumwalt West Jaguars. You had Timberland lost to Troy 2-1. That was at Troy. I'm not sure if that was a walk-off, but it was 1-0 in the bottom of the sixth, and Timberland must have scored, and then Troy walked that off. We were following the Washington game, the Washington Blue Jays versus the Fort Zumwalt South Bulldogs. They were up 2-0, and getting ready to pull that information up. Still looks like Fort Zumwalt South is still up 2-0. It's catching up right now for me. So looks like 2-0 for Fort Zumwalt South over the Washington Blue Jays. They were tied 2-2. Howe versus Howe North. And that's just a look around your GACs. We will get the players of the game here soon. Brian is getting the pictures from both sides deservedly. So we'll see you we'll see you Friday Night Lights, and then look for that show for Wednesday, Talking U Sports wrap up. We'll talk to you guys later.
Is his mic on, Lauren? We have Aiden Cole, pitcher for the Liberty Eagles. Mom's got to get a picture, bro. That's all right. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, great game today. I know it's not the outcome you wanted, but you were feeling it. That curveball was really working, buddy.
Yeah, I felt it going on in the bullpen, warming up for the game, and I just decided to stick with it and throw as much as I can.
Absolutely. Tell me, when you're in that kind of place, the fastball, you work off that. Do you try and pitch backwards, or are you working off your curveball, or you working off your fastball?
It really just depends for each hitter. If I see this kid's mashing the ball throughout the year, I'm probably going to throw more off speed to him and work him a little bit backwards, but it just depends for each hitter.
Yeah. You had 8 Ks in the game. You had a couple unfortunate, deals there. What's your mindset when you see maybe an error behind you, a couple of hits? Where do you go?
I just try to keep my composure on the mound. I just try to act like it didn't happen, keep on pitching, and just put my head down and just keep on throwing.
I love that. You had your team right in the game through 6 innings. Got a little bit, but you battled out of that 6th inning. What was your mindset there?
Same thing as before. I just – few unfortunate things happen. I just put my head down and just keep on going.
I love it. You're going to St. Charles Community College. Congrats on that. Looking forward to seeing you. Heck of a game, young man. I know, like I said, you're on the other side of that, but, really enjoyed watching you pitch today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Folks, Aiden Cole, our player of the game for the Liberty Eagles. Appreciate it. Good luck to you the rest of the way.
Thank you. You too.
All right, we're going to get Mr. Hosack over here. You can jump in right there. And I love that. Love that little sportsmanship. Mr. Hosack. Should we just call you the dealership?
Whatever you want to call me is fine with me.
You got to tell me about this cowboy hat, bro. What is that all about?
It just started this game. I mean, we were kind of in a rut a little early. Didn't start off how we wanted. Needed something like get me going something. So got a little cowboy hat going for anything that like score run. Cowboy hat, strike out the last guy. Cowboy hat. Having some fun.
It. Absolutely, young man. You started off well and you didn't slow down. I think 8 or 9 Ks. Your curveball, that backside curveball in the right-handed hitter's foot, it was working. Did you just feel every pitch?
This was the first time all year I've actually felt like I can command anything wherever I want to put it. It felt good today. It felt real good.
And the backside run on your fastball, everything just looked effortless, and you felt good. I saw you working with Chase there, shaking off some pitches and whatnot. Mm-hmm. What is your mindset when you're on the mound like that? Are you in that what we call the zone there?
Always, whenever I step on the mound, it's go time. It's time to go. And Chase, best catcher I've ever had. I mean, that dude is a brick wall. Man plays hard out every single game. I love him back there. I know I have somebody back there that I can always count on. So.
When those guys scratched out that run for you, what was your mindset when you went back out?
Then nobody else is getting on base. Let's go. It's time to rock and roll.
I love that. You guys have had up and down, but
yes, sir.
You've pitched well all season. What's your mindset finishing out the year here?
I just want to keep it rolling. I mean, I feel like we finally found our groove, and we're finally getting after it and playing our baseball. I feel like we just got to keep the momentum rolling and just keep playing.
Well, more performances like that, young man, and I don't think you're going to have too much trouble.
Thank you.
Man, alive. Hey, folks, make sure you got that cowboy hat on. Folks, Dalton Hosack, our player of the game for the win. A complete game shutout. I think you allowed 2 hits, 8 Ks. Outstanding ball game, young man. Thank you. All right, folks, that's it for us here at Liberty High School. Don't forget your cowboy hat. And we had a dandy of a game. 1-0, the Holt Indians over the Liberty Eagles. And that is it for us here. We'll catch you next week. Make sure we're going to be at Zumwalt East, 4 o'clock for our pregame against the Fort Zumwalt South Bulldogs. Mitch caught up on some scores, and everybody have a great